According to a lot of people and the community tier list for Smash Flash 2, Jigglypuff is a low tier character, and today I'm going to explain why I don't think that's really true. But first, a story. Hey, we're finally making a video that's not controller related about SSF2. I mean, it's still about SSF2, but it's not a controller at least. But we're going to be talking about Jigglypuff. Now, when you say you play Jigglypuff, the main reaction from people is, holy shit, you know Jigglypuff is bad, right? And if you ask them why, they usually don't give you a really valid reason. Because there's no reason for Jigglypuff to be bad in Smash Flash 2. She has all the makings of a high tier, and I guess I'm going to explain that today. But first, we're going to look at some tier lists. Okay, look here. In every tier list that I cared to look for, because it's like 9 o'clock, Jigglypuff was either a high F or low D. And I think that's pretty stupid, honestly. If you ask me, Jigglypuff is probably either high A or low S. Now, let me tell you why. Because a lot of Jigglypuff's moves, especially her aerials, are like basically lagless. If you go play Jigglypuff right now and do back air, it's going to be really fast, but I guess that's just back air being back air. But if you were to go to like ultimate or melee and drill on somebody's shield, you're probably getting punished for it or something like that. Because I mean, sure, you can drift back and forth on the shield in every Smash game, but it's most effective in Smash Flash. Because sure, you can still get shield grab, but you can also cross them up really easily. And this game is probably like 64 Jigglypuff because you can just drill up tilt, up tilt. Now they can either take the up tilt or keep it on their shield and it's eventually going to break. I guess they can roll, but you can read the roll with a rest, which is really dangerous to do, but it'll still kill them. And if you decide to just go ahead and take the up tilt, holy shit, if you're a fucking heavy, you're fucking dead. Because up tilt, rest kills heavies around like 0 actually. If you do it at 0, they'll die. And some regular weight characters like Captain Falcon or Pit or someone like that. I mean, I don't recommend trying it on Jigglypuff because one up tilt sends Jigglypuff really high and you won't have enough time to do it. And if you don't want to take the risk, just up tilt nair. It'll push him farther to ledge. So there's a lot of options you can do. And that's not the only reasons why I think Jigglypuff is really good. Jigglypuff matchups are pretty much always in her favor. She has a couple bad matchups with high tiers, but I mean, that's not really nothing really. They're not that bad. Like, let's look at the matchup chart. Alright, editing task. I'm gonna need you to make some softer lo-fi because we're probably gonna be here for a little while. Alright, that's better. So let's start off with Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is just Jigglypuff. It's even no matter what. Now, Sandbag. Sandbag has a lot of trouble actually getting Jigglypuff out of the air. And I mean, sure, you could just up B like out of nowhere and it'll probably kill a Jigglypuff before it kills you. But if you go off stage, you're pretty much dead. Same with Naruto, really. Naruto doesn't really have a lot of strength in the air. So his main move to knock Jigglypuff out is probably side B or random up B. Random up B will probably hit a Jigglypuff every time. Bandana D, I just don't have like I don't have a lot of matchup experience with Bandana D, but every Bandana D I've went up against with Jigglypuff online, I've beaten, and it wasn't even close ever. Donkey Kong, he's just combo food. And he really can't deal with Jigglypuff on stage, off stage, just no matter what. You just hope you get like stray big boy punches or something like that. Now let's get on to 65-35 Pikachu. Pikachu doesn't have as good air game as he does in maybe Ultimate or something like that. Now Pikachu used to do a lot better in this matchup when his tail had like the tail spike thing. But now that knocks out of the equation, you can't really like jump at Jigglypuff off stage and send her downwards. So it's just turned into a losing matchup, and it's not very good with his recovery either. Because once again, only 8 ways. If you just anticipate where they're going to go or go like right in front of ledge and click nair, they're gonna lose like every time. Mega Man doesn't really have any good things to deal with Jigglypuff shenanigans in the air. Like Fair is a lot better
than anyone in 70-30. Fair will deal with Jigglypuff better than they will, I guess. But I mean, other than that, nothing really. Chibi Robo's recovery is probably the biggest thing. Side B, if you just pound the toothbrush, can't really do anything. They're kind of out of luck in that department. Also, their up B always clashes with Nair for some reason. So that's also a really bad one. Lloyd just doesn't have a lot of options to knock Jigglypuff out of the air. That's how you know they're probably going to be a losing matchup, if they can't really catch Jigglypuff. Now, Kirby, I feel like, does a lot better than anyone else on the 65-35 because, God damn it, Kirby's up B can kind of shut Jigglypuff down, but not very effectively. I guess Hammer also does really good. It kills really early against Jigglypuff, but other than that, Kirby loses this matchup pretty bad.
Now, I've never fought a professional Falco or anything, but I guess I can kind of go off experience here. You got to be really good with the lasers against Jigglypuff, and you also got to really go for that up air, more than you should go for that up air, because it's obviously not as strong as Fox's, but it'll still carry you through. Bomberman, it's kind of another case like Bandana D. I just kind of break Bomberman's online. Tails is a little bit better in this matchup because the grab carrying off stage. If you can keep Jigglypuff off stage and just keep gimping her recovery, I know that sounds kind of weird to gimp a Jigglypuff, but like when she jumps or pounds, hit her farther, eventually she's gonna run out of jumps, and Tails is probably the best lower person on this. Tails is probably the best to do it in general, but it's still a losing matchup for Tails because he also himself gets pretty heavily fucked off stage by Jigglypuff and doesn't really work out. Isaac just does bad. I don't know how to explain it any better. I'm gonna be honest with you. Pit, he kind of had a fall from grace. He used to be on the 40-60 on the good side, but with the nerf to the arrows, Jigglypuff can just stay away from him a lot easier. Like once you get a stock lead, you can basically just play lame as hell. I'm not saying you should, but you definitely can. And the new update kind of favors campy players, so it's a good strat to do, but don't make it unfun for everybody. Just because you're Jigglypuff, you don't have to play that way. Now Luigi is one of those cases where off stage they're pretty much useless. Just hold Nair. If they side B the Nair, they lose every time, and it's kind of upsetting. I've never actually seen side B have priority. Unless it's misfire. Misfire will kill Jigglypuff really early on the side of the stage, but even sometimes I've seen Nair beat that. Nair is just goddamn broken a lot of the time, and that's why I think Luigi loses the match. Also, he gets comboed a lot easier than a couple of people. Like, cause Luigi doesn't have a lot of landing options, and Jigglypuff can just punish the hell out of that. Now we're going to get into the fun part, the 55-45. These characters are so close to 50-50, but I didn't want to put them all in the same row because they're pretty much not all on the same level here. Now, someone like Ichigo, the only reason he is actually close to being even in this matchup is because his up tilt. His up tilt covers so much range, and it's the no-go zone if Jigglypuff even gets near it. And grounded up B is surprisingly good too, but just don't do straight up B, like actually going up, because then you're gonna get the hell punished out of you. Lucario is really good because of his neutral B. I don't know if it's just me, but I get hit by it a lot, and Jigglypuff is really good at racking up damage on characters in this game, and not so much of getting the early kills. And you know what happens when Lucario has a lot of damage, whatever. But Pichu is another weird case where the only reason he's really winning is because the way that he can toy with Jigglypuff off stage, and once you take enough damage and the up B starts having the electric shield or whatever it is, Jigglypuff falls to that a lot. Don't even try to edge guard it because you'll fucking lose. Now Sonic is close to winning because of one major thing. The way that Sonic's up air works.
because it's not like Waluigi's where it'll send down, but it still kills really early on Jigglypuff, I think, and back air. And those are two good aerial moves, and that's pretty much what you need to beat Jigglypuff is just good aerials. And Black Mage is here because up tilt is really good against Jigglypuff. Also Nair and down air. Those are probably the moves that if you're a Black Mage, you're going to want to spam against Jigglypuff because they're really hard to get around. Now we're on to the 50-50. Sorry if this video is kind of going like kind of fast. I'm trying to blow through this. I have school in the morning. Alright, so the reason Luffy is in 50-50, Nair, back air, up air, pretty much everything. He has really good air mobility and kill power in the air. Well, it's not great, obviously, but it's good enough to kill Jigglypuff. Up air will kill Jigglypuff at around 80, and you can't really get close to Luffy because Nair is kind of a really destructive tool. Now, Waluigi is mainly being carried right here because of up air. Up air with the spike hitbox sends all the way the fuck down. So I think that really brings him up here. Also, his dash attack is really good for shutting Jigglypuff down too. Same with Bowser, not so much the dash attack part, but the up air part definitely kills Jigglypuff way too early. Along with Nair and up B too, grounded and in the air. It's kind of hard to punish Bowser's straight up B if there's platforms because he'll just land before you can really do any real damage. Crystal knocks Jigglypuff off stage really easily and can just sit in camp and snipe the whole time. And there's nothing you can really do about it. You kind of just have to deal with it. And if you keep getting hit, you're going to lose all your jumps and just die. Sora, his neutral B when Jigglypuff is off stage is kind of deadly. Along with his down Bs, all of them can really mess up Jigglypuff, especially the lightning. If you like to just sit and float, lightning is going to catch you and game over. Mario's Fair is really strong in this game. It's kind of like Fair in Melee or Project M. There's a spike hitbox, but if you don't hit the spike hitbox, it's okay because it'll launch you far anyway. Link kind of has a really campy style to him, but I mean, it also works against Jigglypuff, especially the sword. Any big sword moves can kind of shut Jigglypuff down. And bombs, just throw a lot of bombs and you'll succeed. Ness is up air, forward air, back air, even down air is really good against Jigglypuff. Again with the PK Fire. PK Flash, if that happens to hit Jigglypuff, it kills way too early. The only good advantage that Jigglypuff has against Ness is that she can get him really easily off stage. Now let's talk about Marth. Marth covers a lot of range with his sword. Basically, Jigglypuff just falls to a lot of sword characters or characters with a lot of big moves that go upwards or cover a lot of space. Ryu's main thing against Jigglypuff is probably his Shoryu, back air, and forward air. Unless it's a true Shoryu, just don't use it in general. But if they're just going to drift in the air, might as well just up B. Now, the reason that Yoshi is here is he has a lot of good air mobility, a lot of upwards hitting moves, and he can really keep Jigglypuff off stage if you try hard. It's not really an easy task to do with Yoshi, but he can shut Jigglypuff down in the air really easily, along with Pac-Man too. This is not like Ultimate or Smash 4 Pac-Man. This Pac-Man will really fight you in the air like there's no tomorrow. Same with Sheik, I guess. That's this main whole kind of 45-55. You just basically, these are the characters that if you're just gonna float around them and kind of poke at them, they're gonna really get you. Like with Sheik, that forward air is a fucking monster. It'll kill you like around 60, 70. And ZSS, while not as strong as Sheik, can really shut Jigglypuff down if she wants to land. Like her up B can catch her above, and if she's gonna stay in front of you, the laser with the stun can really fuck you up. And for Zelda, her up air is probably one of the most insane up airs in the game, along with her forward air. If you hit the toes, it's like Captain Falcon's knee. And as you can see, Captain Falcon really beats her. I wouldn't say the knee is the reason, but we'll get into him later. But for now, we're gonna talk about Simon. Simon's up smash like is fucking outrageous. It gets so much height, and also with his up air too. The axes can really shut Jigglypuff down. So can the side B. That's just a no-fly zone around Simon. Your best bet is just to gimp him and pray. Now with Meta Knight, it's kind of a weird case, but nothing new here. It's mainly his up air and neutral B. Neutral B, just the mashing part of it. It gets him so much height just to catch Jigglypuff. And it doesn't do as much shield pressure as it does in like Brawl, but for Jigglypuff, shield damage is bad because she can't, once her shield breaks, she just goes into the blast zone, so it's not a good idea to even risk it. Now Samus, it's just the missiles, because if you didn't know what Samus, if you do a short hop missile and hit the ground, all the lag from the missile like coming out is canceled. It's like a weird L cancel. That's why I think they should just add L canceling in the game. And it's just a barrage of things to dodge as Jigglypuff off stage. I mean, sure, you can try to pound them, but that's not the best strat. With Goku, it's mainly just his throws. He gets too much off of his throws against Jigglypuff. And eventually, at around like 110, he can just back throw and kill Jigglypuff like it's nothing. Now let's talk about the absolute shit matchups. The matchups that kind of make you don't want to play Jigglypuff. Now, let's talk about Captain Falcon. If you play Captain Falcon, let's say how like Wizrobe plays Captain Falcon, kind of punishing all your mistakes and tech chasing and things like that, and being really defensive overall, you just make it hell for a Jigglypuff. Because sometimes I feel like Captain Falcon can out defense Jigglypuff in a lot of ways. And if you just sit and if you just start jumping around and stomping, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a good chance you're just gonna hit the Jigglypuff downwards, and they just gotta deal with that. Now Fox. Fox is a really big deal for Jigglypuff in like every game, because this is the way that I look at it in Smash Flash. If the Fox stays away and just lasers you, you slowly start to build up percent. If the Fox grabs you and up airs you, you die. Up smash also kills really early, so it's a problem of them not engaging, you taking damage over time, and then dying really early because you're light. Now Peach is probably Jigglypuff's hardest matchup. I'm not gonna lie, either hardest or second hardest, because her aerials are actually better than Jigglypuff's. Jigglypuff's strong point. Plus she also has turnips and a lot of things that kind of really shut down Jigglypuff, and that's never good for the Jigglypuff main. But now let's talk about Wario. Wario's main gimmick, because he doesn't beat Jigglypuff that well because of the recovery and everything like that, but his main thing is fucking up tilt. Holy shit, up tilt up B is so broken. Or if the Jigglypuff is just floating and gets caught by even the last hit of up B, like after like 50%, they're gonna die. It's just he does ridiculous damage to Jigglypuff and can kill her so easily. It's not even funny. And Rayman is Plum. Rayman just gets carried by Plum. Like nothing more, nothing less. Jigglypuff just can't really deal with Plum. But I mean, I guess with the matchup chart, wait, holy shit. Actually, I'm looking at this matchup chart now, and I just realized fucking Game & Watch isn't there. Shit. We'll just put him in 50-50, I guess. I'm tired. I got fucking school in like 4 hours, and I'm deciding to do this. Yeah, I make great life choices, but I just mean Jigglypuff has a pretty solid matchup chart. The more that you look at it, the more it's starting to convince me that it's actually not that bad. But losing to someone like Captain Falcon is probably a bad thing, because Falcon seems like one of the most played characters in SSF2, but a lot of Falcons aren't going to have the Jigglypuff matchup, so it shouldn't be anything to worry about right now, I guess. I think eventually that's probably going to be something that's going to hinder Jigglypuffs, but for now, you should just chill. I feel like one of the big things hindering Jigglypuff being higher on the tier list is underrepresentation. There's not a lot of Jigglypuff players. I mean, especially in tournament. The most famous Jigglypuff player in Smash Flash is probably Hungrybox, and he played once 3 years ago at some tournament. And that's all everyone thinks about when they think of Jigglypuff players in Smash Flash, I guess. I mean, it would be cool to make like Smash Flash videos where I just play Jigglypuff or just play ranked sessions in general, because I don't want to just make controller videos, I guess. That'd be kind of boring. It'd be cool to like also like do like a ranked session, like what Bowler never ended up doing for Anther's Ladder. That'd be pretty dope. But what I'm gonna do with this is probably I'm gonna make a discussion on a character in their matchup chart and things like that, and then I'm gonna make a tutorial for them, and then I'll do like a combo video or something. That'd be pretty cool. And might even do some 1v1s with other YouTubers, I guess, because I mean, look at this shit.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
But yes, Nari's doing subscriber 1v1s. I mean, I'm not like the best at Smash Flash. I'm actually pretty bad. You know, I've been focusing a lot on school lately, but I mean, it'd still be pretty cool. Try to show everyone 20 FF is real. It's coming. You can't avoid it. But I mean, that's pretty much all for the video. I don't really have anything else to say. I gotta go to sleep so I can wake up in the morning. But other than that, I'll see you guys later.
I'm not lawful, make this pussy stop talking. You're not one of the gods, you're one of the god awful. We all got him when looking at your fox. Bitch, stick to Smash 4 and losing by 4 stocks. Not a fan of your style, you ain't standing your ground. You get wins while kicking them in.